Hello and good morning. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone's enjoying this cool weather here in the Rio Grande Valley. We definitely appreciate you joining us today on Wednesday, October the 28th, 2020. We have a great sessions today. We have law and public service at 9 a.m. We have human services at 10 a.m. And then we have two sessions of health science, excuse me. So if you have the opportunity to join us throughout the day, we would definitely appreciate it. Thank you for joining us. As you all know, for those of you that have been with us, this is the 19th annual Education and Career Expo, brought to you by RGV Lead with our partner agency, Workforce Solutions Cameron, along with a lot of help from our committees and donations from our local businesses in the area. So we definitely thank everybody, and we'll go through that. I want to get going so we can be able to go through all the sessions. All right, give me just a moment. Let me close my camera here because all I see is me. Like I said, we'd like to thank Workforce Solutions Cameron. They are a partner agency with us on this Education and Career Expo, along with Texas Gas Service, who is a gold sponsor, and Harlingen Manufacturers Association, which is a bronze sponsor. We definitely thank them for the contribution to make this a possibility for you students, juniors and seniors, to be able to get information to lead you to a career. We'd like to thank our committee. We have all 4 institutions of higher education here in the Rio Grande Valley, along with some school districts. And then you'll see a list of businesses. So we definitely appreciate each and every one of our committee members. We've been meeting since early June to make this a possibility. The last thing we wanted to do during the pandemic is bring everybody together. So it's been a great opportunity for us to learn the online side of things and be able to bring this to you. So thank you to our committee. Next, we have an opening from our commissioner, Texas Workforce Commissioner on Labor, Julian Alvarez.
Hi, I'm Julian Alvarez, Commissioner representing Labor for the Texas Workforce Commission. Thank you for inviting me to participate in this virtual career fair. I am excited to join the Workforce Solutions South Texas, your counselors and teachers, and encouraging you to make the most of your future. Like many of you, I am from the Rio Grande Valley. I am a native. As a young person, I wondered what the future held for me. I always believed in the motto, if you can see it, you can be it. With hard work and dedication, you can be whatever you strive to be. I have had the great privilege of working not only as a highway patrolman, but also as a policy advisor for United States Senator Kay Bailey Hutchinson. And today, I represent all of you in Austin by serving on the Texas Workforce Commission as a Commissioner of Labor. This is my life's work. My role at TWC is about your life's work. My office supports your great Texas workforce. We work to ensure that you have opportunities to build in-demand skills that lead not just to a job, but long-lasting careers. This year looks a bit different than most. COVID-19 pandemic has changed our normal. For you, this is an opportunity. Everything has been forced to go digital, which means training, education is now at your fingertips. I encourage each of you, every one of you, to take advantage of these resources to prepare you for the future. Resources like the RGV Lead, which has done amazing work here in the Valley and continues to provide opportunities for students like you. I want to leave you with one piece of advice. Hard work and the belief that anything is possible are the foundations of fulfilling a career. I hope that you will enjoy this virtual career fair. Thank you.
All right, next what you see on the screen is a portion or a page that is from the RGV Lead labor market report. What we do here at RGV Lead is make sure that you all as students and other entities like economic workforce development boards, chambers of commerce, educators are able to utilize this information to better the Rio Grande Valley. What this slide shows you is for law and public service, all the local occupations here in the Rio Grande Valley. And it gives you a entry-level wage, an average wage, and experienced wage. So you'll see, so let's take a look at for firefighters. You'll see that the entry level is $17.26. And then as the average pay here in the Rio Grande Valley is $23.83. And then for an experienced firefighter, $27.11. And then on the next column, you'll see that we've, based on the data and the information that we've been able to do research on, we estimate about 39 firefighter positions open on an annual basis. And then for the local here in the Rio Grande Valley, you'll see that the education and training needed is you need 2 years, which is an associate or an associates of applied science, along with on the. So this is information that we provide to you all as students and individuals that utilize this information. It gives you all a good indication for moving forward for career selections, and just in general be able to know as you complete your high school education what route and what you can expect moving forward. Have the opportunity, visit our website, rgblead.org. It's under publications. The one we have there is the 2019 labor market report, and currently we have a great team of individuals that is starting to work on the next labor market report, and that'll be that is a year-long process. So just know that we're trying to do the best in just a moment. Trying to do the best and give you the most accurate information to help you all students make the best decision possible for you. Next, we have a video from Cristina Garcia. She's the Public Information Officer for the City of Weslaco. So let me switch my audio if it's coming from my laptop. So give me just a moment.
My name is Antonio Lopez. I'm the Fire Chief and Emergency Manager for the City of Weslaco. I've been here with the City of Weslaco for over 18 years, starting on my 19th year now as a professional firefighter. I attended Eastern Michigan University right out of high school, and I came back. I started attending University of Texas Pan American at that time, UTRGV now, and then ended up finishing my paramedicine 2-year program at the South Texas College and became a paramedic. The birth of emergency management, as we know it, is fairly a new field in the response. So anybody that wants to learn how to become an emergency manager or just work as an emergency management team, I suggested that look for that and tackle it head on. As you see, this year we've had the COVID-19 pandemic, emergency management. We were on top of that from the very beginning. Then we have hurricane season. We're on top of that every year. And every year that goes by as an emergency manager, we learn more and more and more. So everything that we can put that we learn in school, everything, we bring it back and put it into real life.
Julie Kelly. I am the Instructional Technology Strategist for Weslaco ISD. My role is to provide leadership that is innovative, engaging, and high quality for all of Weslaco ISD to provide instructional technology strategies to teachers that will enhance their instruction to promote student success. I originally came from Minnesota and went to college in Iowa for my undergraduate degree. And upon arriving here in Weslaco, Texas, I completed my education through UTRGV, earning a master's in education as a reading specialist. I had 20 years of teaching in the classroom and found that technology was the way I could impact my students the most and get the most engagement out of my students. And that's what I love about technology, is that opportunity to engage with people. This is a career that I think you should investigate.
My name is Eric Hernandez. I am the Public Information Officer and Crime Stopper Coordinator for the Weslaco Police Department. I've been with the department for approximately 6 years. I have a total of 12 years of law enforcement experience. My current position, what it entails, is responding to any media requests or any media releases that need to be done on behalf of the police department. What I love about the job is the fact that we're able to interact with the community and its citizens. We're able to see firsthand the problems that our own cities have, and we're able to come up with solutions to help them solve these issues. If you're interested in becoming a law enforcement officer, the many benefits is that there's several positions that are available to you. As I started as a patrol officer, I worked my way up to an investigator. I've been a supervisor, and I'm currently a public information officer. So there are many venues that you can pick throughout the law enforcement field. It doesn't necessarily mean that you'll be patrolling the roads constantly. The job can be dangerous at times. It's always rewarding to be able to know that the citizens are getting the best services provided by our police department.
Hi everyone, my name is Abby Munoz Rodriguez. I'm a licensed specialist in school psychology. I went to school at Arley of the Lake University and earned my bachelor's degree, and then moved on to University of Pan American and received my master's degree in school psychology. At WISD, I conduct psychological assessments. I do autism evaluations and emotional disturbance. What I really enjoy doing is talking to the teachers and the parents and really getting to know the child and see how I can help them become successful in education and when they leave us, so they can be well-rounded adults. I really enjoy seeing the students grow and attain their goals academically and behaviorally. Students change and mature as the years go on. So with the support of Wesco ISD, of the teachers and all the support staff, it's really enjoyable to see them, come into their own.
Hi, my name is Yvette Morales. I'm the proud principal of Wesco High School. I am also a proud graduate of Wesco High School, class of 1989. I first started studying nursing, but then taking some courses in education, so I did that with her for fun. And then I learned that in education, you get to work with young kids throughout your whole lifetime. Went to UT Pan American. That was a local university here in Edinburgh, Texas. And I earned my bachelor's degree and my master's degree in education. And ever since then, I've been a proud educator for 27 years.
I'm Albert Aldana. I'm with the city of Wesco. I'm a city engineer here at Wesco. I love engineering because I came into the field wanting to solve problems. As an engineer here at the city of Wesco, I work on directing the development of plans, specifications, and estimates for various projects. For example, it could be water design, design of a water line, a sewer line. In our case, most cases, it's been drainage design, the design of retention facilities. As an engineer, it's all about coming up with solutions, using our skill and background, mathematical background, and use that background to be able to derive some solutions. If it's a transportation issue, be able to come up with planning for the future, coming up with the roads, the adequate roads that are necessary for future. All of these things coming together that help plan and make a better city.
I am Christina Garcia. I am the Public Information Officer for the City of Wesco. I've actually only been here 4 months, but it has been a great 4 months. Before that, I worked in news for 7 years. I worked on a presidential campaign, and I also worked for a local school district for a while in public relations. So some of the skills that I used for this position is definitely a lot of critical thinking and quick thinking. Those are skills I acquired over the years. In high school, I actually didn't know what I wanted to do. I'm not a very outgoing person, but that doesn't mean that I can't be a leader. After high school, I attained my Bachelor of Communication from the University of Texas at Brownsville, which is now UTRGV. Some of my favorite classes are urban planning and conflict communication. In conflict communication, I got to find out how to solve problems between two groups of people. These are all skills that I get to use today, and so I'm very fortunate to work for the City of Wesco, where it brings everything together in the aspect of public information.
My name is Mike Palacios. I am the chief photographer for Wesco ISD's K-West TV department. I started in broadcast back in '95. I started at Channel 4, which is a local CBS station here out of Harlingen. There for a total of 5 years, coming over to the school district. What I really enjoy about my job is the ability to promote everything that the school district has to offer. And another thing that I enjoy is that we get to show our students doing their best work and we get to share it with the community. It means that we have to be on the cutting edge of a lot of the technology, especially associated with video production, associated with audio production, and how we mesh that together to be able to tell.
Hi everyone, I'm Kayla Peña and I'm the Children's Librarian here at Mayor Joby Sanchez Public Library. I've been here for about 9 months and I can say I love my job. I attended UTRGV and I received my bachelor's in psychology, and then after that I received my master's in library science at Texas Women's University. Since the pandemic, we have been doing a lot of virtual programming such as story time, book discussion, STEM activities, and we are currently working on getting a teen club going on virtually. I find this job so rewarding because I get to interact with children. I also get to motivate young teens, encourage them to read and introduce literacy, as well as get to introduce children to the public library itself.
All right. So in this video, what you're going to see is a member of the Air and Marine CBP Operations of Border Patrol. And they shared a video with us. Give me just a moment.
South Padre Island. I've been working for the agency now for about 12 to 13 years. I'm a first line supervisor. I supervise a shift of men, and our responsibility here at the Marine Unit is to patrol and interdict vessels upon the high seas and inland waters along our nation's maritime border. As a student in high school, looking back at myself, what I did in high school, what could I prepare for? I would have taken a typing class because there's a lot more paperwork involved and correspondence, and everything's done via computer and text and phones now. So being knowledgeable on technology such as Microsoft Office, Microsoft Excel, Outlook and mail programs, and also some of your touch tablets and mobile devices, it helps. Another thing you may want to think about if you're interested in a career with the government is the junior ROTC program. You want a very well-rounded education. You want math and science. We use a lot of math and science here that you never thought someone would use in a law enforcement career, but in our career, dealing with boats and different airplanes and stuff like that, you're going to need to know certain constances, wind, speed, knots versus miles per hour. So a lot of those things, gallons, the weight of fuel, a lot of those things you don't think about when you're in high school chemistry, math, or science class, but those things add a lot to your marketability and your experiences, especially as a young person. You may not have a lot of experience, but you'll have a lot of knowledge in those sciences and in math. If I was to give anyone any advice now that's interested in law enforcement, look at some of the opportunities after high school. Once you complete and graduate high school, you want to look at something maybe like the services career, and like the Army, Navy, Marine Corps, Air Force, Space Force. Also, the United States Coast Guard have a very valuable mission here locally, and they do a lot of good things and help a lot of people that need the help. Hurricane response for here inside the area and also around the country. And if I leave you with any parting wisdom or words of encouragement, it would be to let the fear of setting your bar too high, set it too low. Means keep reaching for the stars, keep setting your goals, and keep achieving them as you progress on.
Thank the Air, Marine, Customs, and Border Patrol Protection. I'm going to enable content. Hopefully this works now. Give me just a moment. Okay.
Operational needs don't always show up at convenient times. They don't check schedules, look at a clock, or care about the weather. No matter when needs show up, there will always be air and marine agents ready and willing to get to work. At AMO, the missions don't stop, and neither do we. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. We are working to serve and protect our country and the people we love.
Definitely thank the Air and the Border Patrol agents that sent that in from the Air and Marine Operations. Let me switch screens again. Hopefully this PowerPoint will now be cooperating. Next, we have a video from Texas Southmost College Criminal Justice Institute, Willemina Edwards, and I'm praying that it works, and it's not going to work. We are so sorry for any inconvenience that this causes anybody. We check all the PowerPoints before, and everything was working this morning as I started the webinar. Unfortunately, it does not seem to be working with us today, right now, at least at this moment. So I know we have Miss Edwards with us on as a panelist. I'm gonna go ahead and bring her on, see if she can share some information along with the other attendees that are with us. I definitely appreciate those of you all understanding. Yep, it just doesn't seem to be working right now. So, Miss Edwards, I know you're with us. If you can unmute and maybe turn on your camera, we would appreciate it.
Let's see. I think I'm unmuted, but I don't see the one for the camera.
Okay. Well, I think I'm on camera. I think individuals can see me. So
yes,
I definitely.
I can see you.
Okay. I definitely appreciate you being with us. Unfortunately, you know, like I said, technology is winning today, and I'm not the most tech savvy individual. There's a lot of people out there that could be of better service, but I want to just, you know, get some information about the Criminal Justice Institute from Texas Southmost College. If you could share with the students that are online, we would definitely appreciate it.
Absolutely. For the videos that I believe you were trying to show, I can tell you that it is that they can view that same one either from our page on TSC's website, tsc.edu, or they can actually go onto YouTube and put in Texas Southmost College Police Academy, and that presentation will also show. So they can see it from there as well. Yes, we are a regional police academy, and we take people who are interested in entering law enforcement through agencies in Texas. We provide them the training that they need in order to take the state exam for their license. So we have 2 day academies a year. One starts in January and they graduate in June. Another starts in July and they graduate in December. And then we have a full year-long night academy that runs from January to December. So we graduate anywhere from a full class is 36 cadets. So we graduate anywhere from 36 times 3. And at night, sometimes we limit to 14, depending on how many are in the day academy. So basically, we run around 88 cadets a year that graduate from the academy.
And once these cadets graduate from the academy, they're able to apply at local PDs, other agencies across this, across the valley and
Yes.
state, correct?
That is correct. They can apply in any ISD that has its own police department, any local agency. We have a lot of hiring partners, especially in the Rio Grande Valley area, but you can go anywhere in the state of Texas. I have some cadets that are working in Austin, Hill Country, Comal County. So you can go anywhere in the state of Texas once you get your license. But it does include any peace officer position. So there are some who work for the county as constables, as for the sheriff's department. So yes, anywhere that the Texas state license will employ.
Well, I definitely appreciate the information. Unfortunately, like I said, couldn't show your video, but for those of you that are joining us, Ms. Edwards did share that it is on the Texas Southmost College website, along with the YouTube page for Texas Southmost College Criminal Justice. I'm sure we can Google that and then find the video, and you can see what was going to be shared today. Ms. Edwards, we definitely appreciate you joining us. We definitely appreciate you working with us with the technology difficulties. And once again, thank you. I look forward to potentially some of these students that are with us taking advantage of this opportunity as they prepare for a career. So thank you, Ms. Edwards. I definitely appreciate you being on the call.
Thank you. If you could share our Criminal Justice Institute email address, if any of them need further information, they can email me there, and they can also call the office as well. Okay.
That sounds good. I'll definitely, I believe it's on our, yes, it is on our Education Expo flyer that we sent out. So we can definitely send that out as well as we send out more information. So we definitely appreciate you, Ms. Edwards. And next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the next one. Where are you at? Should work, I think. Yes, next we have, let me see if the video works. Nope, no video. Next we have Dr. Christopher Alves, I think I pronounced that correctly, from Texas Southmost College, from the Criminal Justice Program. Mr. Alves, I believe, is with us.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I hope everybody else is well.
Well, thank you for joining us. Like there you are, Mr. Alves. I appreciate you sharing your camera. Unfortunately, we couldn't show your video, but I want to give you the opportunity to share some information that may have been in the video or information that would benefit the students that are on the session right now and moving forward. Appreciate you.
Very good, very good. As far as the video is concerned, I think after this morning, the video will be on tsc.edu, as well as on TSC social media web pages, Facebook, Instagram, what else? Snapchat and LinkedIn for those that that participate on those different platforms and whatnot. Like I said, my name is Dr. Christopher Alves. I've been I'm going into my 4th year at Texas Southmost College as the program coordinator for criminal justice. Today I would like to talk to you about our 2 programs. We have 2 degree programs here, 2 degree tracks, the Associate of Arts and the Associate of Applied Sciences. Our Associate of Arts degree is a transfer degree. It is a preparatory degree into moving into a UTRGV or UTSA to get your bachelor's degree. At UTRGV, we have an agreement in which if you graduate with your associate's degree here at TSC, all of your courses, all 60 credit hours, will transfer over to UTRGV, in which you can obtain your bachelor's degree in criminal justice. Our second degree is our Associate of Applied Sciences degree. That degree is for local law enforcement. If you are a local law enforcement officer, or you wish to be a local law enforcement officer, and let's say you go through the Criminal Justice Institute here at Texas Southmost College, we will give you 24 credit hours towards your college degree. In essentially 3 semesters, you will obtain an Associate Applied Sciences degree in criminal justice. While that is not a transfer degree, that degree can be utilized by you in your criminal justice career, whether you work for Brownsville PD, the Port of Brownsville, the Sheriff's Department, and that would help you as far as your career goals and your career opportunities. Education is the key when it comes to getting a promotion in law enforcement. I can speak for that personally as myself. The courses that we offer here, again, these are your basics. This is the foundation. You will take 6 criminal justice courses here. That is Introduction to Criminal Justice, which is kind of what we describe as like a buffet. We touch on all criminal justice topics there. Once you take that course, we get into the specifics, such as juvenile justice, police systems and practices, corrections, fundamentals of law enforcement, fundamentals of law, and crime in America, which talks about the social issue of criminology and criminal activity in this country. But in addition to that, we also do a lot of career planning. A lot of times our students come here and they don't know necessarily what they want to do. They say, well, I want to be in criminal justice, but I don't know if I want to be a police officer or if I want to go to DPS, or I just don't know what I want to do. With myself and the other full-time instructor here, who is also the department chair, Ms. Sonia Trevino, we sit down and we talk to you. You know, we're going to get you where you need to be, and we want you to have a career pathway. If you don't know what you want to do, by the time you leave here in 2 years, you're going to know exactly what you want to do, and you're going to know exactly what you need to do in order to move forward in your career. So we talk about educational pathways as well. I can tell you now that if you want to be a state law enforcement officer, if you want to be a federal law enforcement officer, you're going to have a bachelor's degree before they even consider it. So we're going to push you toward that career pathway, not just to get a bachelor's degree, but we want to see you again in 4 years where you have a master's degree as well. So again, we're big on education, and we do that push toward your career pathway. Last but not least, I would like to talk about our instructors. I myself am a full-time instructor. I have 18 years of law enforcement as a police officer and as a North Carolina DPS officer. I've been in the Valley for about, like I said, about 3 going into 4 years. In addition to myself, we have over 100 years of law enforcement experience between myself and the other instructors here. 100 years in policing, probation, parole, juvenile justice. What's the other one? Oh, God, he's going to be so mad at me. I don't know what he does. U.S. Marshal. Yeah, he's a U.S. Marshal. He's one of our adjuncts. There's a U.S. Marshal. So there's a lot of law enforcement experience here, both state, local, and federal. And we're going to be here to help you and get you where you need to be as far as your criminal justice career is concerned. Whether it's in law enforcement, whether it's you want to work within the criminal justice system as a non-sworn personnel, or whether or not you want to be an attorney as well. We have graduates from TSC that are in law school right now. So it's really up to you. It's your choice, and we're here to make sure that whatever choice that you make, you get to follow that career path.
That sounds great. It seems like TSC has gone out and gotten some great instructors and adjuncts to assist with this program, talking about all the history and the experience. So definitely, it's great to hear that the amount of experience that you're able to disseminate to the students that you guys are instructing. That's phenomenal. And we definitely appreciate you joining us this morning. I know there is a question. Give me just a moment. How much does a cop make in the Rio Grande Valley? I don't know if anybody wants to answer that on our panelist. I don't know that information.
Well, I know that I think starting pay is right around $32,000 or $35,000 a year with the Brownsville Police Department. So the other departments probably fall. The major departments such as Harlingen or McAllen, they pay, more or less around that same amount. If you look at the smaller departments and whatnot, because they are smaller departments, you're not going to make as much money in the area. They may make between $10 and $15 an hour. That's just it. I I can tell you now, the law enforcement, you can't get rich. But what you do have is job security. You will have job security. You will have the opportunity to grow. You could start out at a smaller department and end up at a larger department. I can tell you about one of my students that started out, and he was I think it was San Benito, and he started out making I don't even know if he was making $20 an hour. He since transferred to Houston, Texas. He is now a corporal, and he is making $75,000 a year. When he makes sergeant, he will make 6 figures. So there is opportunity for growth if you're willing to travel.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. We have one more panelist with us, Mr. Colman Omalley. So thank you, Mr. Alves. I definitely appreciate you being with us. I'm going to flip the slide. For Paralegal Studies, we have Kevin Colman Omalley. Omalley, I think I said that right. I think he's with us. If he wants to unmute himself, definitely appreciate you being with us. Oh, there you go.
Okay, can you all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Obviously, videos are not working this morning, but we definitely appreciate you being with us and being able to share any information about the programs for the Paralegal Studies at Texas Southmost College. We would definitely appreciate that.
Oh, I would be, oh, there we go. I'd be honored. The Paralegal Studies program is a 2-year AAS degree. And when you're done with that, I think most people believe that the graduates go directly into law firms. But it's so much broader than that because paralegals are needed in businesses, they're needed in government, they're needed in school districts, in in-house legal departments. And I gotta tell you, I wish I had kind of known about this program when I was the age of a lot of my students, because if you have the thought about going to law school, I don't know if anything would prepare you better than our Paralegal Studies program. Because basically, you get 33 credits of legal courses, which is probably the most 33 important credits you take in law school. You know, without the same pressure you have in law school of having one exam per test. Our rate of employment has been very high coming out of the program. I receive 2 to 4 requests for paralegals a week from law firms and corporations transmitted to my office. And I'll tell you, the thing I'm proudest of most is the employers in the Rio Grande Valley love our students. They're hardworking, they're well-trained, and they grab them. They might go in at $15 an hour, but real quickly they start moving up the salary scale and keeping in touch with me.
All right. What's one takeaway that you would give the students that are joining us today? Whether it's Paralegal Studies or for the future. You talked about how if you would have had this opportunity when you were at their age, same thing for me. It might have changed, influenced some factors, and changed maybe opportunities for me, obviously.
Sure.
But what's one takeaway that you can give these students that are joining us today?
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm a lawyer, so I'll have to give you 2 takeaways. I can't help myself. Number one, a lot of people, incorrectly believe that the paralegal profession is mostly for females. And I do have mostly females in my classes, but that's starting to change. And I think, kind of lose that idea. In fact, my male paralegal students are also getting snapped up faster than the females because, they're kind of unique. Second, what's the second thing I'd like you to walk away with? Regardless of whether you go for, decide to go on for your baccalaureate or whatever, like Chris Alves just said, there is a great deal of security in the paralegal world. Namely, when the economy is going bad, law firms are doing great. When the economy is doing terrible, law firms are doing great, you know, whether the economy's going up or down. And paralegals, particularly in this day and age, because they bill at a reduced rate, where the attorney doesn't have to bill their full rate, paralegals are worth their weight in gold. Whether it's in a law firm or a bank or the federal government or the state government, and once you get a good paralegal, you will never, ever let them go. So, and that's not just cheering on the program. I was the managing partner of 2 law firms before retiring from big law. And I'll tell you what, I cherished our paralegals. Not only did the firm make a lot of money on our paralegals, because the difference between what we billed clients and what we're paid to the paralegals, which was good, in the $70,000 range. But we also cherished them because of their unique skills. They were like mini attorneys in a lot of ways. So you're not going to go wrong. This is not just an academic program that you're going to look back at and say, boy, why did I take that? I didn't learn anything about that. I promise, on several different fronts, you are going to be a better student and more employable with an AAS degree in paralegal studies. Now I'll get the flag out and wave it.
Well, I definitely appreciate your time and the information you shared. We are going to share your contact information in case the students have any further questions, maybe after the sessions. What we want to do is give them the opportunity, right, to be able to speak with you, and that's the beauty of what we're doing now. Partnering these students with the higher education and then getting them ready for the workforce. And here at RGV Lead, that's our goal, that's our mission, right? So we definitely appreciate you joining us at this time. What I'm going to do is actually switch to the final slide. I think there's one more slide here about fire. All right, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Rodriguez. You're doing a good program. You're doing a noble thing. Thank you so much for all of us, for the Rio Grande Valley.
We thank our committee on all the work we're doing. It's not just me, it's all the committee. So I'm going to turn your camera and mute you, sir. I'm going to show one more video and then the final slide. So thank you so much.
See
ya. All right, let me go off camera real quick. This should work. Let me just change my audio settings. Well, now my audio settings aren't working. All right, well, my audio settings are not working, so we're going to share this video along with other videos that we may have missed throughout the session. We definitely apologize. Once again, I need to see where I'm at. Nothing's working. Everything is slow this morning. Okay, I'm on the PowerPoint slide, so let me go back to the PowerPoint slide. We'll go ahead and share that video with you. We want to make sure we get you back to either class or to the next session that we have, and hopefully we don't have errors in the next session. However, we are going to email out the QR code for you to be able to get some prizes. We want to thank you. Please complete our survey. We do understand that there was some technical difficulties. We're going to do all our best to get that corrected for the rest of the day. And for the panelists, once again, thank you. We will share the link for the survey to complete. You're able to complete the survey after every session, so you're able to get your name in the hat as many times, up to 20, and then you are able to win one prize. We have Chromebooks, wireless earbuds, portable phone chargers, wireless printers, along with the book, How to Get the Job by Todd Ayton, who presented to us yesterday. So thank you so much. I see that there is a question. Restart your PC during the break. I'm definitely going to do that, Mr. Pettis. We do have a session starting at 10 o'clock, so I'm trying to do that as quick as possible. Thank you all so much. I'm going to end the webinar so I can try to do that. Thank you guys. Have a great day.